They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there right off the bat. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Rolling to his right. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. First down. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, this is Cook. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Let's go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd down, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 62 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They start the drive with Cook. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Throwing, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
Cousins now on second down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They pitch it out to Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
To throw, Cousins. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Wide, wide.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16.
Yellow, yellow. Ready, in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Twisting away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll drop to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll lift to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Well, they got the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side, complete. It's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Lucky 50.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Cousins now. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up a throw. He's going to sling this deep down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson Aho. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception.
300.
Following the interception, Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First down, here's Cousins. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Black. Rhino.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Perry in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So we've reached halftime here. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning away. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lucky 50.
To throw is Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They run, Cook, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Ringo.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Flushed out right. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Cousins under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here we go.
On third down, Cousins eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back to the ground, Cook. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Wide. There's a hard.
On second down, Cook. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. On the carry, it's Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gone!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, a nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot. For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Second down, Cousins rolling to his right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Gun!
Cousins now on second down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. And you know all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays. And they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. 23 yards on the play.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Here we go. Wide.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This from 51 yards for the win. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, what we learned there is not just the defense that can hold a lead. Special teams comes into play, and they keep them in front.
Yeah, oftentimes we talk about the offense and the defense. Here it's that third phase it looks like that's going to decide this game.
Yeah, how many times have we sat in those coaches' meetings, and they always talk about, well, we think special teams, that could determine the game, and we walk out, and sometimes, heck, I'll admit, I even roll my eyes. They're right. See how big that was? That just changed the complexion.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.